Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video guide for Cyberpunk 2077. In this video, folks, as the title suggests, I'm going to show you how to get Satori, the katana, which is an item that you can get early on when doing the heist mission. Now, this is when, basically, if you've missed it, you can go back and get it. This is the location you want to be at. I've just jumped into the water and swam to where the junk was, and we're going to swim all the way around. Now, to do this, of course, you will need some cyberware, and that is the Kerenzikov, which will allow you to dodge when in combat with guns. So it basically just slows down. So when you aim and dodge, it slows down the time. And then you will need the cyberware that allows you to double jump. These are the two requirements in order to do this, because basically we're going to be breaking the game to allow us to go back into the building or to get back to the top so that we can get the katana, but also to get back down. Getting up is not that difficult, I find. It is going to be more difficult getting back down safely because you're not really supposed to be going back in. This was a one-time show, and we're just breaking the game to go back in and recover the items. Now, whilst you're doing this, of course, you can pretty much loot anything that you haven't looted. So this is the building right here where the heist mission takes place. It is now pretty much closed off. However, we can still summon our vehicle once we are in here, so I'm going to show you that as well. I'm going to show you what I say is my favorite way of doing it, just because it is easy. Now, do bear in mind that with this method, if you have not killed the enemies inside, they will still be there, but at this point in time, it shouldn't be all that difficult. So we're going to break through this barrier. We're going to go towards the entrance with the car. Now, this may take a couple of attempts as we attempt to adjust it. The idea behind it is we want to get out on the driver's side, and the door should push us into the building. So we're going to kind of park it like this. We need to find the right angle, so that's why it may take a few attempts to do this. Now, it is quite important that you do this at night, because there is an area in the game where if it is during the day, it will blind you. But we can actually manage that as well. So this is kind of what we're looking for. We're going to save the game here just in case we break it too badly, so we don't have to do all that all over again. Now, you can skip time. You want to do this at night. I'll show you what happens when you do it during the day as well, and how badly it blinds you. So we'll do that. We're going to go for this time, because that should be nighttime anyways. Alright, and now we're going to attempt to exit the vehicle. The idea is we want to exit the vehicle on the driver's side so that the door pushes us through the gates that have been shut on this particular building. Now, let's try and adjust our car. So what I'm doing is I'm just pushing forward with the car gently, because sometimes it does rubber band off the building and it just shoots backwards, so do be careful with that. That is something that does happen. So, like that. So what you saw there, the car reversing, it wasn't me reversing, it was the game basically rubber banding the car backwards. So that's pretty much it. We are now through the building. We have access to everything that we need to get back up there. This is, as I said, my favorite method. There's only two parts of this game, of this section, of this method that can be potentially challenging. Of course, there are two ways of doing this. One is a bit more difficult and involves breaking the game a bit more, but I will show that off as well. So we've got the elevator here that you can go into, but of course you cannot use it. And all these enemies that you had to evade or kill on the way out will be up and will shoot you or shoot at you if you did not kill them, so you will have to fight your way back up. Now, in my case, I just decided to kind of kill them all off, and I guess that does help the situation right here, because it's just a straightforward run back to the top. So go to this elevator, we'll go back up. I'm going to show this step by step just so you see what I'm doing. It does take a bit longer than the other method, but the other method is, I would say, difficult to get right on console if you don't have a keyboard and mouse. It's difficult because at one point you'll need a joystick to make it easier, so you need both. It's very complicated, and if you get it wrong, you will die. With this method, there's not really much to get wrong. It's only when you get to the top and you have to get back down that may take a couple of attempts. But that applies to the other method as well. So there's fewer chances of dying over here. And as you can see, you can scan the area for any items that you left behind. I'm not going to bother with them because I don't really need them at this point in time in the game. So right here, we're going to take a right. There's items on the table if you want them. There's a door right here. Okay. From time to time, I will scan the area. So this is the area where I kind of got caught off and started killing everybody. I did try and stealth it, but I don't really do well with stealth in games. I lose my patience really quickly, and I just go in all guns blazing. So that's kind of what happened here. Alright, and this is the area right here. Now, as you can see, this is basically how we came back down. We're just going back up. There's a few items over there if you want them. Right here is the door that we came through after we fell. And, I mean, this isn't really all that difficult. You can just jump up there. So, double jump. Grab onto this. Then grab onto this part of the vent again. And, oh, I fell. So, as you can see, we are already getting blinded because it is daytime. Let's try this again. Now, this portion of the game was not meant for the use of daytime. It was designed to be night, so it doesn't really have the proper lighting, which is why you will get blinded. But if you get to this point and you find that you are being blinded, there is a thing that you can do. We're just going to try and get to the top, just to kind of show you how bad it is, because you can't really see absolutely anything. It's just going to get a lot worse as we make our way back out. So, we'll do that. And as you can see, I can barely see anything. I'm just going to find a good place to rest. Now, there is a aircon unit next to me, so I'm just going to go and sit on that. As you can see, very difficult to see anything. Now, as I said, this part of the mission does take place at night, and it's got the lighting for that. But because we're not meant to return here during the day or at any other part during our gameplay, they didn't really fully finish off the lighting. So right now, we can't really see much of anything. So how do you fix this problem? Well, we're going to go into our menu. We're going to skip time to a time where it is nighttime, and that should fix the lighting problem. So we'll do that. We're going to go a couple of hours. It's 5 in the morning, so maybe around this time. Just to be on the safe side, we're going to go for 7. And there we go. Lighting problem fixed. The next portion can be a bit difficult. Now, I did say you do need the double jump. So we're going to go onto this structure right there in front of us. So we're going to jump on this, then on this. And what you want to do here is you want to use your double jump. You want to use the double jump right when you are about to fall back down. That's when you press the jump key again so that you can get maximum height. We're going to jump up there and grab onto this. Again with the double jump. So we are now on the ledge where we initially fell off. And this is the apartment where we stole the shard that had Johnny on it. Again, if you missed out the gun, you can go and grab it now. You can grab any loot that you left behind. It will still be here. Now, of course, Satori will be on the roof of this particular building. So the gun's right there in that direction. If you've missed it, go and get it. It is an iconic weapon, so definitely worth picking up. We're going to go up here. We're going to loot what we didn't loot, because I didn't come up this way, as you can see. I just followed what the mission wanted me to do. So you've got clothing as well, which you can grab if you want to collect stuff like this in the game. I'm going to open the door. And right up here, we will have the katana. There it is. One legendary katana. This can be upgraded. It is the most powerful sword in the game, so definitely worth picking up. Now, once you're up here, getting down can be a bit challenging. So once you pick up your Satori, I recommend saving, and we're going to go through what you need to do to get back down. So the way this works is you will have to aim, dodge forward, which will then slow down time, release the aim, dodge forward again. That is a complicated set of things to do, so I suggest saving, practice it a couple of times, and once you get the hang of it, at the end of that we will time it with a double jump. So this is what it should look like. So aim, dodge forward, then release aim, dodge forward again, and we will get a boost of speed. I'll show you that. It is difficult because you have to do these really quickly. So aim, dodge forward, release aim, dodge forward again, and we get that boost. Now we're going to use that boost, and right at the end of it we will then time it with a double jump. That should clear us from the building. So again, I kind of failed. I'm just practicing here just to get the speed and tempo right for it. You want to aim kind of where I'm aiming. If you get it wrong, this is what will happen. You will die. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, of course, Skippy doesn't always play fair. Again, as you can see, it's taken me a couple of attempts. So you will die a couple of times. This is the hardest part, is basically getting back down. And I think that worked. Yeah, we're going to clear. So basically we're jumping back into the water. Now, as I said, there is another way of doing this. I'm going to show you that as well. I mean, from this point forward is just make your way back out of this area however way you find fit. You can swim it, you can jump it, whatever. It's up to you how you make your way out, but you do have the items and you are safe back on the ground. Okay, so now with the second method of getting back to the top to get Satori, what you need to do is basically, the first part is what I've showed you in the video. Basically come around the side of the building. We want to be around where the third pillar is. So this is the third pillar. You want to kind of be on the edge. And now we're going to start trying to glitch a weapon. Now, of course, for this you will also need a katana. In this case, because I already have Satori, I will be using Satori. So I'll go into my inventory. We will equip the katana. What we need to do, and this works on PC because I know how to do it with keyboard and mouse. Let's find our sword. We'll take this. We will then bring out our katana, and what we want to do is you want to press Alt and scroll down on the mouse wheel. You want to do this at the same time and you will get this glitched out version of you wielding a weapon. Now what you need to do is press the attack button really quick. You need to find the sweet spot, and as you can see we will basically be walking up the building. Now problem with this is if you lose momentum you will fall down and you will die. As you can see, it can take a couple of attempts. Now, when you get to the top, you can get to the top of the building by just walking forward whilst you are doing this, which is what makes it very complicated on keyboard and mouse, because you still need to pretty much continue hitting the left mouse button to attack continuously whilst walking forward to pretty much go over the edge of the building on top of the roof. That's where I died most often. Now, you can of course do the attacks with the invisible katana by using a joystick, and that just means you have to mash the attack button, and when you get to the edge, the top of the edge of the building, that's when you walk forward and basically just go over the edge and pick up your weapon. Now getting back down is the exact same as before. You do still need to have the Krenzikov cyberware as well as the double jump. As you can see, it's kind of difficult to get the right tempo. I also recommend saving down here because you will die a couple of times on your way up, especially if you do lose the tempo on the attack. And it doesn't need to be very high up. The difficult part is when you get to the top. Now, I did record it initially. There we go, we got the right momentum right here. However, that recording was a bit corrupted and I couldn't use it, so I didn't want to do this over and over again. It does take a lot of attempts. I actually found this to be quite difficult. Whilst it is fast, it is a bit more challenging because if you get it wrong, you will die. And on keyboard and mouse on computer, a portion of it is easy, the other part isn't so easy. Here we go. And now at this point you want to just walk forward to get to the top of the building. If you get it wrong, this is what will happen. You will just fall to your death. Once you're up on the roof with this method, getting back down is the exact same way as the previous method. With that being said and done, that is pretty much it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed and found it useful and informative. If you have, please don't forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos and content to the channel. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description. And until next time, stay safe, folks.